Well, here we are again. This is 5 Minutes With, and as you already know, I'm your host, Jamar Suber. And listen, you already know, I talk to entrepreneurs for about 5 to 7 minutes, and they inspire us to go higher. Well, this morning, today, I'm with Dr. Clorina Sanders with the Sanders Network. Welcome to the show, Doctor.
Thank you, Jamar. It's a pleasure to be here with you today.
Absolutely. So when we were talking for a few minutes, I realized that some people are busy, but some people are productive, and you're productive.
Yes.
Tell us about tell us about a day in the life.
Okay, a typical day in the life for me. Let's take Wednesday. On a Wednesday, you may see me in the mornings meeting with business leaders in our community, talking about how we can address the pain points that corporations are facing. And midday on that same day, you can find me at a nonprofit organization empowering returning citizens, teaching career and workforce development techniques to them, motivating, life coaching, just giving them the inspiration that they need to move forward and, believe in themselves and go forward. And then after that, you might find me between 5:30 and 7:30 at Jax Bridges, the Jacksonville Chamber of Commerce's it's not a new program, but I'm new to the program. I'm in the cohort 20. Okay. So I have a wonderful opportunity to meet with other small business owners who are emerging and just talk about those value propositions that we have to bring to our organization, how we can be better at doing what we do and aligning that with what organizations need in their organizations and things like that. And then I'm also a professor of business at Southern New Hampshire University. Okay. So in the late evening between 8 and 10, you can find me at home, doing my professor work, working with undergraduates who are just completing their bachelor's degrees, and they're very inspired with their career motives, where they're going. And I just absolutely love my day because in that day I have the opportunity to work across so many platforms, so many different people, groups of people, and just talk about empowerment.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Helping them to go further.
So let me make this statement. So with the Sanders Network, you're cross-cultural. You work with everyone. So tell us about the passion behind the Sanders Network, which drives such productivity.
Oh, wow. The Sanders Network, we are cross-cultural, like you said. In each one of those platforms that I talked about earlier, those groups, I can personally identify with every group that I'm in. And I work with people that are like me. So it's very motivating to be with those groups of people because it shows the diversity within myself. So I have a special love for each group. And it's all about motivation. With each group, we still come to the point of just determining who we are, what motivates us to do what we want to do, and continue to have that I can do mentality and attitude, just wanting to have it, just having that self-esteem and that confidence within yourself to say, I can do it. And therefore you can, and therefore we do, and we accomplish those goals.
Yeah. So if there's an individual watching this show right now, and they're a returning citizen, been in prison for some time, how important is it to have that I can do mentality?
Oh, wow. Thank you for that question. That is so important to have that I can do mentality because it starts within you. You've got to want it for yourself. I have an acronym that I use that, the Lord brought to me not too long ago, a couple of years ago, and it's WWW. And it's win, win, win. And what it says is win as in time. You want the win, the W-I-N for yourself, more than anybody else on your team. That is win as in time. Your journey to success will begin.
Wow, that's amazing.
And not until then. Yes. So when you get to the point that you want it for yourself more than anybody, you will find yourself that you are motivating your own self, and when no one else is there to motivate you or inspire you, you can inspire yourself. Yeah. And that's important.
So if I have an organization and I deal with ex-offenders or excuse the category, returning citizens,
yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And I'm interested in bringing in help or services, and I reach out to the Sanders Network, what can I expect?
You can expect a lot of things. I've worked with returning citizens for about 20 years now, and I work with everyone from someone that has just been arrested and never actually been incarcerated, but they have a charge, they're on probation, to people that have been incarcerated for 30 to 40 straight years. Some people have just been in and out of the system for maybe 30 years. And so what they're going to get from me, they're going to get a lot more than just motivation. We're going to talk about resume writing, interviewing skills techniques, personal branding, setting yourself apart, because that's important, because there are so many people that do not have those barriers that are looking for work. So when you do have those barriers, you really got to come out strong. You got to be able to sell yourself. And to sell yourself effectively, you've got to believe in yourself. And I give them the training that they need to be able to do that. We also do computer basics training, making sure you know how to get on the internet and compose a resume, respond to an employer appropriately, dress appropriately, have a positive attitude when you go out there in the world, because you are competing. Even as a returning citizen, you are competing against other returning citizens.
Wow, that's amazing.
So,
Thank you for your work,
yes.
Doctor. Thank you for coming
Thank
on the
you.
show today.
Thank you. Thank
Absolutely.
you. I appreciate that. I brought along this program Success magazine that highlights my 20 years of working in the
wow,
organization. And I'm very excited about sharing this information because I've been in the community for a long time. And I just absolutely love what I do. And I love being able to work across a diverse network of people. I work with everyone from professionals that were nurses that just had, just a bad moment in life and they lost their licenses. We help those people get back on their
A
feet.
little bit of everyone.
A little bit of everyone.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Business owners and everything like that.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your work. Thank you for your passion. You've heard it right here. The Sanders Network, more than just motivation. I'm your host, Jamar Suber, and you've just watched 5 Minutes With.